Hello and good day to all. This is our advocacy video on equity on gender equality. Emma Watson says that it is time that we all see gender as a spectrum instead of two sets of opposing ideals. Gender equality is equal rights for people of all genders within a community. Gender inequality has made an impact on everyone, including men, women, transgender, and gender non-conforming individuals, kids, and families. People of all ages and ethnicities are affected. The world has become more progressive ever since the 21st century, but there should still be more awareness on gender equality. Equity on gender equality is desperately needed to provide equal opportunities and rights for people of all genders, improve economic growth and social development, and to give respect to the LGBT community for a more peaceful society. Equity on gender equality must be solved in order to provide everyone with equal rights and opportunities. Our group believes that everyone, regardless of gender, all deserve equal opportunities in terms of career advancement and pay as well. Data shows that LGBT persons have always had a higher risk of facing economic instabilities such as poverty, unemployment, and public benefits use. They also face discrimination in the job market since they frequently have trouble in getting a job. And when they do get a job, it is usually work in low paying jobs, which is tough. Not to mention the gender wage gap that affects all workers around the world. In the Philippines, the mean wage of participants in a 2018 study was found to be at 355.31 pesos. Men had the higher pay of 361.60 pesos, while women were only at 344.91 pesos. This goes to show that there is still a 4.84% pay gap that still exists in this country. In support of women in the workplace, women can be more productive than men. According to our research by Hive, women work 10% harder than men in today's offices and have a slightly equal or more completion rate than men. In addition, women are good at multitasking, less prone to distraction, work flexibly, and have a work family balance. A lack of employment of women is easily wasted potential. Our group believes that there should be a law that makes minimum wage equal no matter the gender. It is unfair for people who work the same job to have unequal pay just because they are of a different gender. So implementing a law like this would surely help in solving this issue. All in all, the benefits of equal rights and equal opportunities are made possible through equity in gender equality.
The improvement of economic growth and social development is possible by addressing equity in gender equality. Man or woman, every working citizen has a role in our community, while at the same time having their own identity. As such, gender inequality is a liability even for the economic growth of the world that is in its stage of globalization. A 2017 study in the EU for the economic benefits of gender equality shows that 10.5 million additional jobs would be accumulated by 2050 if improvements were made to gender equality. Therefore, economic empowerment to women is to the benefit of everyone. Another benefit is the overall life satisfaction of individuals, which contributes to societal development. Aristotle once said about everything leading to happiness. Part of that is in living together equally. Data from various surveys indicate gender equality improving life satisfaction for both men and women. Some may say that equity does not achieve the main purpose of equality, but equity is a prerequisite to have everybody treated equally in society. Equity on gender equality provides equal opportunities for everyone, and more opportunities improve economic growth and social development. Everyone must show respect and care for the LGBT community to promote equity and gender equality. The reason for this is because a society that has equality is more connected to each other. In attaining equity on gender equality, having a good relationship with the LGBT community, or promoting gender equality in general, can help with building sustainable peace. Peace is a necessity for the inhabitants who live in the same community. Set aside their differences. Knowing this, it is a given fact that inequalities of any kind cause conflicts between people. be it mere prejudice or blatant discrimination. Discrimination against a group in our population is the main cause of ethnically motivated violence. Nearly 2.8 billion individuals reside in nations where being gay can result in imprisonment, corporal punishment, or even death, while only 780 million people reside in nations where same sex marriage and civil unions are permitted under the law. Unfortunate. Equity and gender equality is also bringing forth respect to people of all genders.
Topic sentence for the counterargument. Equity and gender equality ruins gender roles that people in our society should obey. Others may argue that gender equality would ruin gender roles, because gender roles are things that should dictate how a person is expected to act. But gender roles are exactly the restrictions that affect families around the world. The concept of gender roles is stereotyping what men and women do and how they are supposed to act. For example, women stay at home more often to tend to their children, while men work outside and do the dirty work in order to support the family. Gender equality frees people from those stereotypes. In terms of gender, who takes care of the children or who works for the family should not matter. As long as the person completes the job doing so, people should not use gender as a way to determine whether this person is capable of doing this or not, since it depends on the abilities of the person and not on that person's gender. From the evidence gathered, it is safe to say that gender equality does free people from stereotypes. Equity on gender equality brings equal opportunities, improvements on economic growth and social development, and peacefulness with the LGBT community. Equal opportunities and rights for people of all genders is a possibility by promoting equity on gender equality. And at the same time, equal opportunities can improve economic growth and social development. To have a peaceful society, respect must be shown to everybody and especially the LGBT community. And lastly, no reason, let alone the reason of a person's gender, is excusable for discrimination to happen. People of the 21st century should work best to prevent conflicts, resolve existing disputes, and rebuild after said misunderstandings. And to start, one must first respect others, especially those of the LGBT community, in order to make a step forwards through gender equality. Everyone must do their part in doing so far a better world.